In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and your answer to those questions will give you a good sense on where the prices of property in Singapore is headed in the long run. First question. If additional buyer's stamp duty is removed today, foreigners are allowed to buy properties in Singapore without taxes, and we can now own multiple residential property with no taxes. Will demand for property go up? Second question. If seller stamp duty is removed and property flippers can now buy today and sell tomorrow without having to pay any taxes, will the demand for property increase? Third question, if TDSR computations were relaxed, it is now easier for people to borrow more money to buy properties. Would it encourage more people to want to buy properties in Singapore? Fourth question, if loan to value were to go down and you are now able to buy a property with a 5% down payment instead of a 25% down payment, would demand for property increase? Lastly, if interest rate were to come down back to 1% and it's cheaper now to borrow money and buy the property of your dreams, would more people want to buy properties? In fact, isn't that what happened during COVID? In the midst of a pandemic and the lockdown, the property prices in Singapore skyrocketed to a whole new level. And here's the truth. The demand for properties in Singapore, believe it or not, is controlled by the government. And yes, for sure, in between the property price growth, there will be some fluctuations along the way. That is why it is important to be prudent with the decisions you make. Buy only what you can afford and determine your risk appetite before you enter any transaction.